listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hi, welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. I am your host, Nikki Davis Jr. That's my new name, by the way.
I like it.
I'm adopting it.
I dig it.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you call it? It's a cross between Nikki Davis and Cal Ripken Jr.
Not Sammy Davis Jr.?
Sammy Davis. Oh, that's Sammy Davis Jr. Sorry.
Yeah, babe.
Okay. Yeah. You do that a lot. You go, hey, babe, a lot.
Yeah, I do.
So it makes sense.
I don't. Do I? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, and.
Yes, and. You do that.
Yes, yes, and so.
Yes.
Yeah. We're still learning how to do improv over here. So
yeah, we're not really.
We have no and.
No,
but.
So, comma, what? That's a good improv. So what?
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, thank you. And then you continue, you continue the scene that way. Yeah. Do you think the Rat Pack did improv? Or was it just like a bunch of like subtle racist jokes and stuff underneath it?
Oh,
people just went along with.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I think they had an act.
Yeah. So I was smacking my girlfriend. Yes, and here's a drink. I don't know. Like,
yes, and here's a drink.
Yeah. I feel like that was probably like the extent of. They didn't really script anything back then. I think they just kind of. Our guest is yawning. All right, let's go. All right, so let's keep this moving.
I'm Nikki Davis Jr., licensed comedian, stand-up esthetician. So clever.
I like it.
I know. I say it every time, and it gets less clever every time I say it.
I think it's fun.
You like it?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
And I also say that so that he'll say that.
Yeah.
This is my my kick.
Yep.
Sandro. I'm his kick.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki. I don't because we're co-kicks.
Co-kicks. Because I think because you could, if you're a sidekick, you could be someone else's sidekick too, right?
Right. I got my main kick.
Right. Yeah.
And I got my sidekick.
Exactly. That's if you have 3 feet. You have your side. Oh, no, if you have 1 foot, maybe you have like a, what is it? I almost said cleft foot.
Yeah, it has.
Where you have the shorter leg, like you have a sidekick and a main
club
kick.
Foot.
Club foot.
Yeah.
That just sounds like fun.
It sounds like a place to go.
Yeah, club foot.
Yeah. They should have like a place where they do nails and pedicures. It's called Club Foot.
Club Foot. Yeah. That'd be great. And then it's just a picture of like a club, like on the cards, like, the club. And then, I don't know, I lost track of what I was saying.
And like a shoe with a big heel on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I think that'd be fun. Also, everybody gets preferential parking because it's Club Foot.
Oh, exactly.
So it's all, is this offensive?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think people that have club feet can listen to podcasts just fine.
Yeah, they can
all right,
hear
we're good. Yeah. Empower yourself. One step at a time. All right.
So.
Yes, and.
Yes, yeah.
That's so funny when I finally get improv. It's like the most offensive thing you must. Oh, okay. Yes, and the worst thing you could say. Yeah.
I didn't come prepared with anything to talk about again this week. I just smoked some. Oh, I had a cracker with CBD in it. I mean, with THC in it, and I smoked CBD, which is chill. It's very like nice and chill, and so I'm feeling good. My mouth is loose.
That's good,
but not so much that like I'm getting dry mouth. Sometimes when the guests come and like, I might be a little bit nervous, but then I also took a hit of like Rachel Wolfson's joint, and then suddenly I have complete no moisture in my mouth.
Yeah. You're just like dried out, and then your brain's racing, and every like 2 minutes you're like, oh, here I am. Yeah. Because you like come back into the thing,
And then I just look around, and then I just go, I'm so high.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any yes ands when I get to that point.
No, because you're probably also like not self-conscious, but you get to the point where you're like, oh crap. Okay, yeah. And then you realize how high you are every like, I don't like getting that high.
You're describing my nightmare.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, when you're like, I just like a hit or two and then put it away and let that marinate. But when you get like the passing circle.
It's like how we do K and Coke and MDMA. I'm just kidding.
You do a little bit of time.
Yeah,
and
just a little heroin.
And you do all of it so that all of it, I remember they did it in The Simpsons. It was basically like, it's the two fat guys in the doorway thing where like all the drugs hit each other like this. So they're both stuck in the doorway. They used to describe Mr. Burns in Simpsons that he had every single disease and illness in the world, but the fact that he wasn't dead because it's the two fat guys in the doorway. All the diseases are hitting each other and keeping him alive. Like,
that's genius.
So that's what all the drugs do. You a little bit here and there, and everything balances out.
Are we allowed to talk about The Simpsons?
Oh no, Mark, can we cut that out? Can you cut out the last 6, the beginning of this? Well, no, we said Simpsons. They're not sponsoring us.
Yeah, so.
Okay, Mark doesn't care. Yeah, I like Mark's attitude about that.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck them. But if you guys, we're a Family Guy show.
Yeah, exactly. We're sponsored by Family Guys.
We're sponsored by American Dad. They're canceled.
Yeah.
They're not on
Oh, there
TV
you go.
anymore. So yeah.
Oh man.
But okay, well, drugs are fun.
Drugs are fun.
What else have you not been doing?
What else have I not been doing?
I think it's a better question to ask than what have you been doing? Because
That's a harder one because then I have to think backwards. I have to reverse engineer what
yeah.
I have been doing and then everything around it.
I can say what I've not been doing.
Tell
Being
me.
productive
Yeah.
in any way possible. Being happy about what I did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So when you eliminate that, you're fine. Everything's okay.
I have skirted feeling balanced and able to not cry.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so now I'm not able to not. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I understand. Now you're able to like not cry.
No, I'm able to not cry.
Can you not cry on command? Because
I
that's like a
definitely-
really like
It's very
positive, especially for an
specific.
actor. Like
Yeah.
if you can not cry on command, you're ahead of everybody.
I'm doing it right now.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. the baseline is
You
just
buying
tears.
it?
Yeah. I'm buying it. Wow, you're really good. I
I'm
really buy
selling
that
it.
you're not depressed.
Yeah. Oh well, I wouldn't
Really
go that
good.
far, but
Yeah.
okay. There's more.
I like your pizza earrings. I want to bring them up
Oh,
again.
thanks. You know, I don't think anybody brought them up in the past podcasts.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. Did
If
you see my
you're-
pizza?
I didn't, but
There
they're
you go.
Now she is,
magnificent.
yeah.
Yeah. Julie.
If you're just listening to the podcast and not watching, Nikki's wearing earrings.
They look like pizzas. You
Oh yeah, they
gotta
look like
finish
pizzas.
it,
Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah. Sorry, and
Sorry, and I made a mistake.
yeah.
But yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. Where are we in time? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Can I just point out, it's not a circular pizza. It's like a triangle piece of pizza. And I think that really needs
Yes.
to be
Yeah, yeah,
clarified.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
slice.
It's a slice of pizza
Yes.
in
Yeah.
a triangle,
Absolutely.
which makes it more pizza-esque than a round circle
That's true.
covered
Because
in.
if you just had a round thing,
yes.
Yeah.
nothing signifies a pizza more than a slice. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because usually you think of it as a pie, but if you think of pizza, you think of like the slice of it.
What if you made it round with just like
It would look
pepperonis
like a
on it? You
fruit
wouldn't know what
salad
it
or
was.
something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Fruit salad.
Yes.
It would look like a fruit salad. That is
Yeah.
what I want next. I want fruit salad earrings.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Like a little, or even like maybe like a Cobb salad. So it's like a half of like a hard boiled egg, like or a chef
Avocado.
salad.
That I would do actually.
yeah.
Some like blue cheese on like in the corner, like crumbled up blue cheese. Isn't that what
Yeah.
they do?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think they put.
That's
blue
what they do
cheese-
in the club.
Yeah, the club salad. Club salad.
Yeah.
Club salad.
You're in the club. What can I get for you, sir? Can I have the club salad?
Yeah. Yeah. Really juicy club salad here.
Yeah.
It's no, it's just I'm hungry. It's like, well, no, go dance. We don't have actual salads. You're supposed to just dance here and listen to music. I don't think they would, or people dance and eat salads.
And there would just be farts.
Farts, yeah. Club soup.
Club soup. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, club soup.
Club soup. Just
But,
sounds like,
hey, we're back to the club foot guy who's dancing.
oh yeah, perfect. It's full circle.
Full
We just improv'd.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Nice work.
That's what I like.
Can we go home?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's bring out our guest. What do you think?
I'm excited.
I'm
excited.
I am very excited to bring out our guest. I'm not sure which camera I'm looking in, but this one here. Okay, cool. I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm very
No, I'm
excited to
just
bring
kidding.
her in.
I think she's fantastic. We've gotten to know each other better over the last few months. I don't know if we met doing stand up at all. We may have like crossed each other's paths in a show somewhere, like at a Taco Bell, or video store.
Laundromat.
Yeah,
A
yeah, yeah.
blockbuster.
Laundromat, yes.
Yeah, a midnight game release at a GameStop.
Yes.
Stand-up shows. Yeah,
That was actually a good show.
that was fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But more importantly, I work on her jaw frequently. And we'll talk about that because we're going to talk about, and I know I've mentioned it before, but we're going to talk about more about the buccal massage. And there's really not enough that can be said about.
That's helped me tremendously with like headaches and stuff. So I'm really excited to.
Yeah.
Because it's such an interesting thing you don't really think about. You use your mouth all the time, and you just assume that it's just the way it is. But there's like a lot of tension and a lot of like clenching and stuff you hold on to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask Sarah a question about it because the jaw connects with another part of your body. So be prepared. Start thinking about your answer, whether or not you're going to admit to what I'm going to ask you.
Whoa. I have to go.
Yeah. All right.
Suspense.
So, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's bring our guest. The very lovely, funny, let's bring to the couch, Sarah Lawrence. Yeah.
Hi.
I like your little golf clap. It's not even a golf clap. Yeah. It was like a very it's very
Just
muted.
palm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palm,
I'm not
palm,
gonna be
palm,
like-
palm. In case you're wondering,
It's broken.
no way.
No, it's just I think it's just twisted.
He knows it's broken.
No way. Mark, the producer Mark, I don't know if he's still recording, but he literally just came in here and just said, "Don't touch the mic," and then I made her clap. Is it for
No,
real
you
broken?
just gotta flip it. Yeah,
No,
you're
okay, good. Yeah, you're good.
It's further away now. Is that okay?
Mark just wanted some camera time. Mark just wanted
Oh.
some camera time.
Yeah,
He set it
that
up.
was
I
it.
knew he set it up like that.
Yeah, I think so too. You can bring it a little.
We just had a
There you go.
whole thing about do not break the mic.
Oh yeah.
And the first thing I did was hit it so it fell
But
out.
you were clapping. You were showing how not to clap.
Yes.
So
Is
technically,
it worse that instead of trying to adjust it, I broke it and it was just going, and then I just got
'cause
canceled.
It was
by the way.
live action,
Somebody
so
kisses.
you're good. Yeah,
Great.
That was amazing.
you made a choice as an actor or as a performer. You make a choice, and that's just what happened. Yeah.
I really just I want to make sure that gets put like just this part. Maybe we'll put that in the teaser.
Just
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. I wasn't yawning. I was only, you smoked the thing
Yeah.
and I feel like I got smoke in my lungs
Mm-hmm.
and then I got high, even though it was only CBD.
It's only CBD. Yeah.
I got high in my brain and I went, maybe I'm high, dude. But I wasn't, but that's why I was.
And then you
And it's
yawned.
cold and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of cozy.
Yeah,
So
it's
I wasn't
nice.
yawning because of you guys' amazing improv. It was
Thank you very
really-
much.
Yeah,
Honestly,
we were
that
working
was
on it. Yeah.
Mm,
We
mhm.
were working on that probably like not even 3 times.
great.
We're probably like a couple times just working on it, but we didn't rehearse it.
Never.
shows.
That's just off the cuff.
That's how we do
That's
improv.
how- yeah. It's
We're
like-
not like other people.
Yeah.
We do
Well,
improv off
we
the
don't
cuff.
rehearse our improv
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone else.
yeah. It's like it's really bad. It's like it's improv. That's what we do. Yeah.
I was at home writing all day.
What were you writing? That?
Improv.
Were
Yeah.
you? Oh, sorry, I fucked it up. Okay.
Yeah.
I was writing my improv teacher.
Yeah, when you were writing to your improv
Yeah.
teacher. I won't be making it to class again.
Yeah.
Were you pointing out a set list in my purse?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you
No,
keep a
it's
set
the-
list with you all times?
Always.
Do you keep a set list with you? Like
I used to have a laminated. I used to have a fucking.
That's smart.
Yeah, so I have like one of those little wallets that goes in the back of your phone, and I'd always have just a little sliver of bang, 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 20 jokes, and I'll keep it in my
Oh
wallet
my God, I'm gonna
so I
do
could pull it
that.
out at any point.
I'm gonna do that.
that's nice.
Because mine
yeah,
will
yeah,
end
yeah.
up being
Really
in
nice.
like it'll be crumbs in about a week.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, a laminator is like, everyone was like, ooh, laminator. I'm like, it's fucking $40. And I had one anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
awesome. Well,
I
Then
would
you
like
can also-
laminate a new set every time.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's cool. And then you can like write like with like the dry erase markers.
Mm-hmm.
I felt
Oh,
like you could
yeah.
probably just
Yep.
like make a note to then like make a note later
Yep.
or something.
And I formatted it perfectly, just slip in. It was like an inch wide. It was
Yeah.
great.
that's beautiful. And then you could just set it down.
Yes, and then it doesn't look like you're looking at your phone. But now I just look at my phone and
Yeah.
notes app.
Yeah, that's what I do. My set
Everybody
list.
does
Yeah.
now. I don't because I can't figure out how to get it. And I first of all, and also I can't see because the numbers and the letters are not numbers. There's not a lot of numbers in
Like
my
you have a
jokes,
lot of
but-
numbers in your sets. She's
So
a
many.
lot of
I
counting
can't
material.
count how many numbers are in my set. But I can count on the fact that there's going to be numbers. But
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
I know. I can imagine you on stage going, how do I turn the brightness down?
Oh my God. Yeah.
And then I turn the flashlight on into the camera. You know, that's something I will do for 100%.
Oh, that'd
And
be
you have the
funny.
glasses with the little thing on it, the loop, and you'd put them down and you'd be like, wait a second, guys, this isn't part of it.
I just
Wait,
start,
and then you'd put them
yeah,
back
yeah,
on
yeah.
and you'd be like,
Yeah, and then you take them down and you ask people where your glasses are.
yes!
And then you ask people, and you put your glass on, and like, where's my phone? And it's in your hand. Like that's all the stuff that we're so used to having on us that we have, and then we're like, where is it?
You know when you're calling someone with your phone in your hand as you're leaving and you're like, where's my
The
phone?
phone,
Where's my
yes.
phone? I can't find my phone. You're like,
yes.
that's embarrassing. That's so shit. We're humans.
even with no one around, it's
it's
embarrassing.
fucking.
Oh yeah,
bad.
when you're on your phone and then you're talking to somebody and you want to write a note or you got to set an alarm and you're like, I can't find my phone, and then the other person on the other end doesn't say anything because they're like, oh, that sucks. But then it's like, oh wait, you don't have a landline, so why do you like?
Yeah,
this is the only
right.
phone you have, but we're just so used to it being right here. And
Has Gen Z ever seen a landline, you think?
Is what?
Gen Z ever seen a landline? They haven't, huh?
Unless they have maybe through a grandma.
oh my God, that's
Mm.
crazy. The grandmother would have to be somebody that would have like something that like a
And the grandmother
landline.
now is like my age.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. Dude, that's nuts.
That's scary.
I had one of these phones. The
Yeah.
That were
Yeah.
fun. That
I
was
love
fun.
that.
With the option
Take
of
your time.
pulse. Yeah. Take your time.
Oh,
You don't have to
right.
rush.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we rushing for? It's like just.
Yeah.
But then you forget what the number is by the time you're like,
Halfway
I was
through.
at 7. Anyway,
No, I love that. I like the beep ones too. Beep beep beep.
what's the beep beep beep?
They were little buttons, like for a phone.
Oh, like the buttons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
The
actual
little beep,
buttons
beep,
you
beep.
push down.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Beep beep beep.
They don't know what buttons are because it's all flat. Anyway,
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, would you like to make? Do you know how to make a phone call?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you my number in Australia. I
You
fucking
do?
still remember it. 94504869.
I'm gonna remember that. And I'm gonna call it.
I remember my number in Florida. It was 443-1062.
That's your.
That was
landline
the
number?
that was one of my parents' place. Yeah.
Mine was 8. No, and I wasn't 818 yet because the valley was still 213. That's how old I am. 213-78-641-4049.
What is 213 now? How do they change that? Isn't it?
213 is now part, and then 213 was the Valley and Hollywood and West Hollywood, and everything was 213. Then they changed the Valley to 818, and then they changed certain parts of Hollywood to 213, and then 323 they added, and then 310 is all the stuff over here. What are you saying?
He's saying boring.
Oh, he's in Mark's.
He's going,
Mark's
talk about something
emails.
else.
Yeah. He's repping his area code.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
I'm a 323. I just keep going.
Are you a 323?
I'm a 323. And they go, how'd you get your number?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
go,
just about to
I
ask
fucking
you.
waltzed into Metro PCS when I got here, and they just put a bunch of numbers on the counter, and I said that one.
Because that looks like you've been living here. You've been living
Does
here.
it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a scam number now. 323 is now
Oh, is it-
that's a scam.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
A lot of the time, yes.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Do you ever get those ones that it's like it looks like your phone number, and then you're like, "Hey, maybe I should answer because it might be me."
Oh yeah. They
And then
mimic
you
your.
go, "Where's my phone?"
Yeah, where's my phone?
I've been called by my own number before, and I'm just like, and I don't
What?
answer it because I'm like, if I answer this, I feel like that's
got
what,
you.
yeah, that's what will
Yeah.
like complete the whole thing.
Well, they might have your voice recorded.
Because they want you to like say hello, or they want
Okay.
you to,
Mhm.
yeah,
So get this: when you get a text, you get those text messages, and it says, "Oh, hey, Tina,
yeah,
can't
yeah,
wait
yeah,
to see
yeah.
you later on at golf." You don't write back with what your name is.
Okay.
Because what they want you to say, because you got to go, oh, I got the wrong number. And they go, oh, who is this? And then you go, Sarah. And then they go, gotcha, bitch. You can't write your name in the thing. I get scammed all the time. Not scammed, but like people try to
Yeah,
my
yeah.
numbers all over the internet because my business and stuff.
Oh, right.
So people call me all day. They email me all day. They try to scam me all fucking day. So I know all about this shit.
yeah. Oh wow.
That sucks.
Yeah, I try not to respond. No, I'm glad you said that.
Why do you even respond though? That's very polite.
Because
of
it's
you.
fun. One guy was like, "Hey, still on for golf later?" And I was like, "Mate, I've done my back. I don't know if I can."
Yeah.
He goes, "What's your favorite course?" And I googled all these courses. I said, "I tried the Palms. It
That's
was too
amazing.
long."
Yeah.
And then this one, and then we just kept going. And he goes, "Wait, is this Daniel?" And I go, "No, of course not." And then he goes, "Okay, my name's Reginald such and such. If you ever find yourself in Manhattan, give me a call." And I was like, "Why would I do that?
Yeah. What are you?
Talking about?" And what is the scam? And then I looked it up, and that was when you don't give them your name.
So they just
Oh,
But
want
it was
your name.
blue, which was confusing because now these scammers are investing in iPhones. I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're typically
Oh,
green.
right. Oh,
They're
okay.
always
Yeah, oh,
green,
that's
and
right.
now
I
they're
didn't
blue.
even realize
Hmm.
that.
That's so weird that they would take that, and then on WhatsApp they'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
And it'll
Really?
usually be like a Chinese person,
Yeah.
Oh.
woman typically, and it's like this like young Chinese Chinese girl, and then it's like like, hey, do you still want to go hike or something? And normally you're like, no, because you want to be like, you're wrong. like the human things would be like, stupid, you got the wrong number, but then that's what they want you to do. They just want you to engage.
But then
Right.
but then you say you got the wrong number, and then they go, "Okay, well, anyway, my name's Emily. What's your name?"
Yeah,
and
so
you're
devious.
like, "Why would I? Why?"
Yeah, why? Yeah.
There's no good. Yeah, no good can come from that.
I have
Yeah.
so many. I've got another scam story.
Tell.
Yeah.
Okay, so some guy called me and he was like, "Hey, I need you to transfer me such and such." Blah, blah. I was on the phone with him for so long, and at the end, I go, "Buddy, I know it's a scam. You think I'm a fucking moron? What's going on?" He goes, "Okay, listen, you got me, but why don't you work with me and we'll scam
Oh my
them?"
god.
And I go, "Yeah, you're fucking trustworthy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dickhead. But yeah,
So you
anyway.
actually impressed him. He's like, you know what? You got me. Want to work for our side? It's like Catch Me If You Can.
Yes,
When
it was
he
brilliant.
catches Leonardo DiCaprio for those checks, and he's like a fugitive for like 15 years or whatever it was, and then he's like, why don't you just work for the FBI?
Mm.
It's like
That's
that's
what
like
they
it's like the
do.
dream
Yeah.
scenario.
But that's what they do. They get the people who like scam people out of millions of dollars, like
Ah.
with crypto or whatever, some internet cyber or whatever, and then they ask them to work for the other side. and then they get millions of dollars
Oh.
doing that. That's a real
Oh.
thing that happens.
So that makes sense because I've heard I don't know if it's like rumors or whatever the hell it is, but like that guy who did the Fire Festival like years ago,
Oh, yeah.
apparently like he has like jobs lined up already for like those type of
Is he
like
in jail?
he's in jail, but like
Yeah.
apparently like there's already
He's
like
still making. He's still
Wait
working,
a
right?
second, but he's not some genius. He's a fucking
no,
dickhead,
he's just like a promoter or like a guy that was able to get other people to invest in him.
Oh,
So like that's what I think that's what they also want.
right. But aren't they not going to invest in him now? Because I'd be like, you're a dick.
Well, they even talk about they're like the fact that he's in jail. Still, there's a company they could use him on like some ancillary like position or whatever, something to help him get money from other people. Or there's people that want him. There's
But
notoriety.
now Mark is giving us a note. He's out of jail and doing Firefest too.
Is he
Shut
really?
up.
Yeah.
He still can't
Wait, do you
spell
wanna
fire
go?
correctly.
Yes! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yes! I would love to go.
I want one of those cheese sandwiches.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. It's
I
a
want one of those shitty.
I swear to
tins.
God, oh my God, because that's so annoying that I want to go now.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
now
God.
that means that everybody is going to actually go.
Mark said it's sold out.
And he's
so,
gonna-
I think it's just a
Shut
shit
up.
show. I'm sure. Yeah.
pre-sale. There's a pre-sale for. Oh my god.
Wait,
Yes.
what's the
Billy
date?
McFarlane. That's his name.
Who is?
Billy
Oh, that's the dude's
That's the
name.
guy's name. Yeah.
Isn't he kind of on the spectrum? That guy.
Oh,
I don't
buddy.
know.
Yeah.
I remember
he's so
Ja-
far on the spectrum. He's off the spectrum.
Yeah.
He
Just
fell
not.
Ja
off the
Rule
spectrum.
called himself a hip hop mogul. Ja Rule,
Yeah.
the person who you can't remember one of his songs.
And I know you're getting bored
Yeah.
thugging with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And I know you miss my loving, my thugging, thug loving.
Yeah.
That was my
Oh,
favorite song
that's
when I was
good.
16.
Yeah.
Imagine me driving around listening to that.
He should have had sponsorship with for lozenges or something, because that
Oh,
guy
yeah.
just sounds like a sore throat.
Yes.
He just sounds like a
Sepulchral.
But hey, everybody's got a chance to make money, and that's what this beautiful in this world.
That's what?
That's what's beautiful in this world.
If
This world,
if they were in another country, they'd be dead.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
would.
But now they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
would you like a job and another chance?
Yeah.
Like, wild.
Yeah, there's people who backed him now in the second round.
Yeah.
But it's gonna make a
I
fucking
honestly,
great movie.
because there is that thing where even there's no bad news is what they say, or bad publicity, because you
Mm.
Oh,
can
yeah.
really rub people the wrong way, and someone's like, interesting, I like that, because it's like a lot of times anybody comes out there and they have a negative. When Trump came out,
Mhm.
a lot of people, he was just saying terrible shit, and people were like, I like this guy. I
He's
like
got-
it. There's
he's
some part of
different.
you that wants to be an asshole. So
He's got guts.
yeah. He's got gusto.
Tells it
Yeah,
like it
he's got
is.
moxie. No, he's
Yeah.
a
Moxie?
he's a terrible racist person. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's got moxie.
he tells it like it is.
Yeah. Speaking of skincare, he's got terrible skin.
He does. Well, he eats hamburgers all day long.
95.
Huh?
How old is he?
I think he's like 70.
He looks
probably-
Yeah.
My mom is 77. She looks gorgeous.
I'm sure.
Yeah, same here. My mom is she's in shape. She's doing whatever. She's
Yeah.
constantly and she eats well. She doesn't have McDonald's all the time.
So wait, because I heard about this, but I never really looked into it.
Yeah.
So he has.
You didn't do your own
McDonald's
personal
every day.
investigation.
Do your research, okay?
Yeah.
She flew to Florida.
So he eats hamburgers every day.
That's what I heard because he knows what's in it, I guess.
I'm sorry, nobody knows what's in
No.
it.
No.
Nobody
That's
knows
a really
what's in
good
it.
point.
No.
That's so what a nutcase.
But
Yeah.
of course, you're going to be in a bad mood.
I'm gonna be the president of the world, and my brain is just running on pink stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize that's a thing. When they say you are what you eat, I think enough people read that as a kid or whatever, and they're just like, yeah, that's funny. But it's no, literally,
Mm.
if you're eating that shit, your
Yeah.
brain, your blood sugar is gonna crash, and you're gonna push a button that you shouldn't push, and all of a sudden now he's president. They had what was that college team that won they won the championship? They were invited to the White House.
Clemson. What'd you say?
Oh, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
Thank you.
but thank you, Mark.
Making
But
names up. Clemsonburg?
From
Clipston.
Fruxton.
Clipston University.
Is that real?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I think it was Clemson. I think
Yes,
it was
and it
Clemson.
is.
Yeah, Roger Clemson. He played for the Yankees, but they invited him to the White House, and they had McDonald's.
I remember that. Yes.
Are you kidding me? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's got pictures
There's
of,
oh my
Big
god,
Macs
yeah,
and-
pictures of just fast food, everything on there. They couldn't have that's what you do on a budget. You're the White House.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, get a great deal on
Let's
cheeseburgers.
put a taco
But
truck
it
out
was
front
an
of the White House.
I thought it was for
Yeah.
someone of a different country, like someone from Korea comes over and they go, "This is
Oh.
American food."
Right.
But you're saying it was just a guy from Clemson coming
Yeah,
over.
which is young.
He's like, "I'm American.
Yeah,
I know
young
what this
football players, people in their
Their body is their temple.
Their
or
brother's
whatever.
temple, yeah, and this temple is
That's
this. Oh my
insane.
god, this is terrible. There's Trevor Lawrence with a plate with a Big Mac on it. Looks like.
Is that who that is? Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, the temple is closed for renovations. I'm sorry, that's what I'm telling you. These bodies.
Oh my
It's
God.
just making me want McDonald's. By
I
the way.
know, me
It
too.
does.
You know what
It would be kinda
sucks?
fun.
When I first moved here, I moved here in 2014 and I had to go and do like a table read for some shit. And I roll in with McDonald's and everyone was like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, oh, and I didn't realize your McDonald's here is way worse than it
Yes.
is in other
Oh, really?
countries. I didn't know that.
I'm surprised that people
Because I fucking
judged you,
love
though.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
But the fries in like Australia and London and stuff, it's 5 ingredients. It's like potatoes, oil, salt, pepper, some other shit.
Oh.
All the ingredients here, it's like multi-dextrone, classifrata, whatever the fuck, all these ingredients that you can't pronounce. And that's why everyone has like such a bad, obviously it's bad, but like everyone has a very much worse connotation of McDonald's here
Yeah.
Right.
because it's so much more
Oh,
worse.
More
So much
worser.
worser.
Yeah.
So much more worsering.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. That's good. Yeah.
But-
We went to Italy.
Yeah, and we had
And my buddy was like, "Oh, when you go there, get the French fries with the mayonnaise." And I was like, "Okay," but it was so good. The mayonnaise was like
Oh,
yellow, like
yeah.
real. It was real mayonnaise,
Yeah.
and the French fries were so delicious. And I
Fresh,
was like,
yeah.
so
"What?"
good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And they have a bathroom that you can use.
Yeah.
Whoa.
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 It's important when you're in Europe, especially in Italy. They don't want you coming into their
No.
bar without like, or you have to always put the little coin in.
Well, yeah, I didn't know this either. When I got here, I was like, oh, there's bathrooms everywhere for you to use. You can just go into CVS and use the bathrooms. Is wild.
so even as a as a native, as indigenous,
What am I'm an indigenous Australian,
Yeah.
yes.
yes,
An igneous.
a local,
Mhm.
they would still make you
Yeah.
pay. Really?
No, not pay. No, never pay. You don't have to pay. You just,
Mm.
well, also, I bring over all this misinformation because I left Australia when I was like 24. So I don't know what the fuck's going on now.
Mm.
But all I remember is there was no toilets in supermarkets
Oh, okay,
Mm.
yeah.
for public use.
Oh, okay.
You
Oh,
pee
really?
before you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go and you come home
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
pee.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But also, I might be lying because I just never had to
Yeah.
do it.
right.
Maybe I just got older, my bladder became weaker, and I went, "Where's the toilet?"
I
And
think it
just
makes
didn't
sense though
notice.
because Americans. I mean, if you follow the same trend, Americans probably do eat and drink more,
Yes.
so they have to shit and
Oh my
piss
God.
more
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
normal
Cool.
people.
Yeah.
You know, normal people. I say that, but
Yeah, they didn't just have half
Yeah.
a green drink.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Sarah.
Let me tell you, bitch.
You look
Okay.
fat.
Also, let me tell you this. I am like, when I go to restaurants, I'm like, how big is it? Can you just give me half? And they're like, minds are blown. I'm like, it's too much food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even like it's too much food. It's like it's so fucking wasteful. And I'm very like anxious about like wasting food.
Mhm.
And so then when I get a big plate like this and I'm like eating a quarter of it and then they're just scraping the rest into the bin, it's
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
fuck, I hate it.
Yeah,
It's like Cheesecake Factory is like 14 servings for each plate.
Is it?
yeah. They're
Well, no,
huge
it's like
portions.
2 or 3. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
you
very,
could,
very.
But it's intended for one
Well, a
person. though.
small here is a large there.
That makes
So you
sense,
ask
yeah.
for
I
a
believe
like
it.
this is a large
It
in
must be
Australia.
like extra large, probably. Oh, well, for juice.
This is a
though.
small for you. No. Let's say this is
That's
a
a s-
McDonald's cup.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
This is a large.
Yeah.
This is the biggest size you can possibly get
in Australia.
in Australia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
wow.
here is a medium or a small,
Mhm.
technically.
Wow.
Anyway, that's been done to death. Everybody knows that.
Well, still.
Yeah, but it's still like it's interesting because it's stuff that you just get so accustomed to and used to.
Yeah.
Like they started, there's in Mexico now. They're starting to use like a lot more corn syrup in their Coke.
Ah.
Which
so,
is
like the
illegal,
Mexican,
by the way, in Australia. It's illegal.
it's illegal.
Is
isn't
It's
it?
illegal in
Good.
like 97 other countries. It's literally illegal. You are not allowed to put it in the food because it causes cancer.
Cancer,
And then over here,
diabetes.
it's in everything.
Yeah,
and you're
it's-
just like, give them some more high fructose
Oh
corn
my
syrup. Like,
God.
what are you talking about? It's literally
Yeah.
illegal. And also, your pork has some sort of weird hormone in it that makes it grow really big. It starts
Mhm.
with an
Oh.
R or something. And it's literally, again, illegal in a bunch of other countries. It's illegal in a third world country where they have no food, but they still deem the pork not okay to eat.
Oh wow!
Even when they're
Yeah, I
like
believe
starving
it.
and they're like, we can't actually eat that.
That's
It's
crazy.
insane.
There was like I think it was the 80s. There was like people that were seeding in China. They were seeding hospitals. Basically, they were investing in hospitals in China, and this is like the 80s because they were starting to introduce McDonald's into China and like Asian cultures, and they knew that diabetes and health problems were going to rise because of what happened in America.
Oh, shit.
So instead of doing anything about it, they just invested in hospitals and
Oh
made a
my
shit ton of money.
God.
That's crazy.
The blueprint is absolutely there, but the convenience is, like it's more expensive to try to go healthy. Then you rack your brain. You're like, I got to look at every little thing. So it's just so much easier to kind of just eat what you do. you know, and
When I was eating
it's just
McDonald's,
unbelievable.
I've been through like when I'm in like bad relationships, all I do is eat McDonald's because
When you're in a bed,
I want to kill myself, and I'm like,
You
let me do it quicker.
yeah. Let me do it tastefully. At least it tastes
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
But I mean, I was at a point where I would, as soon as if I saw a sign, I would just pull in.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, every
It's just
time.
like like a trigger.
And it's like fucking $5, and I'm just.
Yeah.
what's your
Okay, so it's a number one with no pickles.
okay.
Which is a
Okay.
Big Mac meal, no pickles. And
Okay.
I've converted from Coke to Sprite.
Okay. Why?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Just Coke is too
More fruit in there, right?
Coke is too. That's what it is. I started drinking Coke Zero and then went back to Coke and was like, whoa, this
okay,
is
yeah.
wild.
Too
So much
concentrated?
sugar?
It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or I get the double cheeseburger meal.
Okay. And is it fries involved?
Oh, babe.
Oh.
I'm not going if there's no fries.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, fries
So
are
it's a
the-
Big
yeah.
Mac fries and a Coke or a Sprite, or it's 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and a Sprite.
Damn.
That's a good move.
And I'm absolutely getting it tonight because I stop. And this is the thing, it's so convenient. So what I'll do, like if I'm on a night out and I'm like drunk, one time I did this, I was out with my friend and he was like, well, we could like go to another bar. And I was like, I already ordered McDonald's on DoorDash. And so like I'm waiting for him to leave because I'm like, all right, buddy, I'll see you later. And I can see the drivers approaching my door. And as I'm saying bye to him, my phone rings and it's I was literally at the front of my building.
Oh my god.
And she's at the door and she buzzes in my building. I just like quickly answer it. I put my phone on silent. I answer it. I buzz her in. She goes in, puts a McDonald's at my front door. And I go, all right, babe, see you later. And then I pass her on the way out and I straight into my house. And fucking
Oh,
Big
that's
Mac.
brilliant timing.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so good
You're
at timing
so
it
good,
out.
yeah.
That's like Ocean's 11 type shit, where like you reveal it
Literally.
later and it's like, didn't all the
No
music
fingerprints
play?
on the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
It's just like,
It's like did you say lasers on the floor?
Yeah, yeah, like the
yeah,
you have to like maneuver through like
yeah, doing like that underneath. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
there is something about that though. Like I remember soothing myself when I first moved out here. I was in a terrible relationship, and I would do that.
We were together.
yeah. I wish.
wait, have you guys been here? No.
What?
You said I wish, so that's a no. So I'll
Oh, no,
rewind
we've
that.
been-
Cut that.
No. We've been dating for.
Oh, you're together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like these guys are really got it going on.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're holding hands. They're holding hands.
Yeah.
Wow,
We,
it's been 10 and a half
we've been
years.
improving for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Wait
Yeah,
a
we should
second.
be way
Okay,
better.
you're
Yeah.
lying.
No.
No,
Yeah.
you're lying.
No.
You've been improving?
No.
Your boyfriend-
Yeah,
you
I
have-
know. She knows we haven't been improving by our improv. That's easy. But
Okay, wait.
But we've been dating.
Sexually.
Yes, with sex.
Improving sexually.
Im-
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
for close to 11
Yes,
years.
we do
Yeah.
harder.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
In February, it will be 11 years.
Cute. And you guys don't hate each other. This is
No.
wild.
No, we have a healthy level of getting aggression out. That's a
How?
healthy way of doing it,
Yeah.
and we're learning.
But
you know?
we're
How do
learning,
you how?
We communicate way more now than we ever have.
Yeah.
Why?
And on just necessity, I am on meds, and
So am I.
basically it's like so basically just like having like coming to a head, and where things like have to go, and I'm like I had to make a decision, and I realized I wasn't communicating, and so what made me scared before now like I really get excited for like actually like talking to her more and
Mm.
sharing myself with her. It's really something. It's almost like it can't be this easy. That's what I think to myself. Like it can't be
Aw.
this easy just talking to someone and getting it out. But no, it is. And
I
she's,
thought you were telling me everything, and then I found out you weren't telling me everything.
well, there's a lot of stuff on myself that I'm
Yeah.
like that I'm almost sound like I don't want to talk. I always feel like instead of looking into your past and finding reasons for how you are or how you do things, I always thought of them as excuses.
Mm.
So I
Oh,
never.
That's what my therapist says. There's a difference between a reason and an excuse.
What is the
Mm.
difference?
Okay, so there's a reason. Like, let's say you hit me. There's a reason you do that
Yeah.
because you were hit as a child,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not an excuse.
Gotcha.
Just because if you know that you're doing that, you have to fix that.
Yeah.
So there's
Because if you're aware of that, yes.
Okay, that
so
makes
you
sense.
so if you go like,
yeah.
oh well, I'm only hitting you because you won't shut up. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, you
Yeah.
got to stop.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'll talk, and that's helped me through therapy as well. Because there's things I talk to, and my therapist like, I know you're talking about this stuff, but there are things in there that could be traumas that you are just glossing over.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, now it's like, okay, you stop here, and then I realize, yeah, there are reasons,
Mm.
but the excuses are just things I put on myself. You know, like, oh no, I don't want to talk about that. Everybody's been through that, but your stuff is
Well, also,
you're unique.
That's
Yeah.
annoying too because that's also what I thought. Because my friend, a few years ago, he was like, you know, they talk about comedians are all fucked up and stuff, and I was like, no, I'm just like naturally funny. He's like, no, you're fucked up. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I'm
to a
funny.
therapist? Or
I'm funny.
Yeah.
And I was born funny, and that's how it is. And
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
You're fucked up. And then literally like 3 years, I started therapy 3 years later. I called him. I go, I am fucked up. I didn't know that all of this stuff affected me.
Yeah.
I just was prancing around thinking that, you know, I don't want to.
Without saying too much personal stuff, is that what you're?
My dad didn't really talk to me that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I should throw him under the bus.
No.
He's like, I
But
love you.
my dad was the same thing. He didn't early on in my life. He didn't talk to me very much. It was later on, and I basically moved at that time when he was kind of ready to, you know, kind of be like, oh no, you know, and I
Cats in the cradle.
yeah. So that's that kind of thing.
Total.
And so there was like the reconciliation part, and you know, if things was, but I didn't realize there was a lot of stuff lingering, and now he's passed. So there's other stuff there, stuff that really like affects you.
Yeah.
Even your childhood, definitely.
Even like, okay, so my mom told me how painful childbirth was when I was like 5.
Oh wow.
I've never wanted kids.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going like, well, do I not want kids because she fucking ruined my life and was like, oh, it was the worst thing that ever happened. My vagina ripped apart, and then you came through and I got stitched up, and then your brother ripped me apart, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm like 5, just going, this is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's
and now I have,
horrendous.
it's called tocophobia. I have fear of pregnancy and childbirth.
Oh,
Really?
And I
wow.
have nightmares
called?
where it's called tocophobia,
Oh.
T-O-K. And when I found out, if anyone's listening, when I found out it was like a real thing, because I would wake up like shaking with these nightmares where I would be pregnant and I'm on an operating table, and I would like wake up and be like, what's going on? There's all these doctors around me and I'm like pregnant. I'm like, I didn't want this. What the fuck? I'm like freaking
Oh,
out.
wow.
And it's horrific.
Is that like where they got from that, like the people who have fear of delivering babies on social media is called TikTokophobia?
I was just going to
Is that the one?
TikTokophobia. Damn it.
Well, I
You beat
knew
me to it.
Oh my God.
We were
High five.
We're both kind of even not
You
really
just did a
listening to
Hitler
Sarah.
five.
I know. Don't leave me hanging. Give me a high. Jesus Christ.
And we're
Over
both
like,
like,
what can I
all right, so
say?
yeah, TikTokophobia. Yeah, I have to go backwards now and then figure out a way to get to it.
I know. I beat you to it.
I know.
We think a lot of the same things, so I get
We
it.
do. Yeah.
That's crazy. Though. So at an early age,
Yeah.
your mother just kind
Yeah,
of like let you know I
that's-
have this.
Well, then
Sorry.
also, and then when I was 16, I broke my pelvis and I had surgery. So when you're pregnant, your pubic bone, like let's say this is your pubic bone,
Mhm.
it breaks apart to make your hips wider so that the baby can come through.
Oh, okay.
And so this injury where this breaks apart already happened to me.
Oh.
And so
Oh,
if
wow.
I was to get pregnant and carry a baby, I mean, I'd be fucked. And I was told by a doctor, like at 19, like if you have a child, it's gonna be way more painful.
Oh.
Not even just having the child, carrying the child, having that extra weight on the pubic bone. He's like, it's painful. I'm like,
Oh my
looks
God,
like
yeah.
I was
There's
like,
like no
I already did
relief.
one, so I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking like, how much
Yeah.
of that, like, because it's a natural thing for a woman to want a child.
Mm.
Right.
And so I'm like, absolutely not. And some people, it's annoying. Like some people are like, oh, well, there's something wrong with you if you don't want it. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm just really smart.
Yeah.
Or did I get ruined? But I'm glad that I did get ruined because I couldn't think of anything worse.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we say that all the time.
Yeah.
Um,
It's lifestyles. How you live, and you know your upbringing too. Like some things put you in that spot for maybe that conditioned you a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay.
You know what
I don't
else?
want to do it.
This is wild. Random people throughout my whole life, and this probably happened. This probably happens to everyone. Random people, like this happened the other day. We're on Toluca Lake, something at a coffee shop. This guy's walking past with a pram, 2 twins in it, and we're like, oh my God, so cute. He's like, you want one? And I'm like, how much? He goes, free. And I just have random people on the street saying that to me all the time. Another time when I was like 21, this guy's walking past. He's got his kid in his hand, and he just goes to me, "Don't ever have kids."
Oh my God.
So it happens to me all the time.
You have
That's
it like that look, I
hilarious.
guess.
Yeah.
somehow.
Well, I see the frustration, and the upset, and the anger, and the just like exhaustedness, and everyone's
Yeah.
just fucking having a bad time.
Yeah.
And you go like, there's a show on Netflix called Workin' Mums.
I love that show.
Oh my God. And on the very first episode, the guy's like, how you going? He's like, oh my God, so great. Da, da, da. Everything's so great. We love little Timmy. Da, da, da. Then it cuts to the next scene and he goes, don't ever fucking do this. And he goes, I thought you just said it was good. He goes, oh, I'm fucking lying. I hate my life. And I just see this all the time. These poor people.
It's so funny that the joke is take my kid. Like that's how like
Yeah.
you know
Isn't that?
parenthood.
Oh, and then imagine talking about trauma and like things that don't affect you. Imagine like
But the
you
kid
grow
heard
up and you
it.
go, I heard my mom when I was
Yeah,
5.
yeah,
say,
yeah.
Take
Take
my
your
kid.
Yeah.
And it's like that underlying, but you don't even know what it was, and you're like, and then you like go to therapy, and you're like, oh my god, my mom
Yeah.
said don't. She wished she didn't have me.
How come nobody wants me?
Yeah.
How come
Oh,
I
I know.
feel
Yeah,
like
I'm not good enough.
alone? Yeah.
Well, can I tell you something? I
Please.
know, not to bring it around to skincare, but the jaw and the tight
Oh
jaw.
my god, is it your dad wound?
No, well, no,
Oh my God,
sort
I'm gonna
of.
cry.
It's
Am I
related
supposed
to
to cry
your
on this?
pelvic floor.
Shut up.
No, I can't.
Wait, say that again.
Your jaw tightness is correlation with your pelvic floor. And I don't know if this causes this or this causes this, but if you put your fingers on your jaw and then kind of like push it out. Wait, is it this way? No, do a Kegel and you'll feel it in your jaw.
Wait.
You have to really, really feel for it.
I feel it.
I
You
can
feel it?
I
Yeah.
can feel it going. It
Oh
like
my God.
pulses.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Oh wow.
It's your fucking pelvic floor. And I watched this doctor. I think I may have talked about her before, but she's really funny. I can't remember her name, but she talks about how, because there's women who can't have sex or they don't like it because it's really hard for them to get in because
Yes.
of how tight their pelvic floor is.
Yes, it's no, but that also is a thing that happened to you because you tighten it all up.
Yes.
And you literally can't get in there because
Tensing.
you're
Yeah.
something.
That's
yeah.
right. You store that trauma in there.
Mhm.
So, but you know, you got it here and it's going to
That's
be here
crazy.
back and forth. So yeah. I mean,
I need to make an appointment.
yes.
Yeah,
I'm going to massage your pelvic floor.
That sounds like something like a licensed janitor would do. I gotta go mop the pelvic floor. Oh, okay. Like
Are we done yet?
I'm licensed. I'm
Lay
certified.
back.
Yeah, I'm certified. That's crazy though. Like
Yeah. I
I
didn't
mean,
know it worked for men
can
too. So
you-
I don't know what that
Yeah.
was.
Is it happening for you?
yeah,
too?
it just goes like kind of like just
Yeah, you feel it.
yes.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I will find the name of the doctor and I'll send it to you.
Please.
She's on Instagram. She is so funny and so fascinating. And yeah, I really want you to see this.
It really is connected. Is not even trite, but like you're like, oh, everything's connected. You're like, you're like, oh yeah, I hear that.
Well-
But it really is. There is, there's like it's such a silly thing. But like anytime you yawn, when I yawn, I can't hear.
Right.
So I'm like,
yeah.
oh, why is that? And there's probably a reason for that. I'm not sure, but there is like something. There's like you
an
do one thing and it
evolutionary
cause and
thing, or-
effect with the other part of your body. So it makes sense that if you're
Mhm.
clenching,
You're storing tension in your jaw
Yeah.
because you're pissed. You're probably also putting it in between your hips and your pelvis because you're anxious too. One, not you.
yeah.
And you do store a lot of trauma in this area.
Man, that sucks because I'm very tense and I have had a history and I grew up with, my dad clenching his jaw and
Oh,
I
yeah,
did the
no,
same
that
thing
scares the shit
when
out
I
of
get
me.
angry.
Yeah.
I've been angry so many times that I should have great PC muscle. I should have great Kegel
Do you not?
exercise. I don't think so. I think maybe
Wait, just because you're clenching your jaw doesn't mean you're exercising your.
That's what I'm
pelvic
saying.
Yeah,
floor.
oh, right, yeah.
It
Oh,
should
yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
Good point.
It
Thank
should.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you do that, it
Yeah.
should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah. Or if you Kegel, maybe like your jaw gets like huge like this.
You
and
just,
you're just
you
like,
overbuild your Kegels.
yeah. You overbuild your Kegels.
What's wrong with that lady? She's got these
Yeah,
big bulbous
yeah.
things sticking
She's
out.
really tense.
She's
Yeah.
just overbuilt her Kegels.
Yeah, Mark wrote, our producer. That's why he's always rock hard. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Because you're like,
Because he's frustrated. Yeah, exactly.
if there was a correlation,
yeah.
that would be yeah.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
store so much trauma in our bodies and in different places, and I'm not surprised that they're connected. But also, I was blown away when I heard it. So I was like,
Well-
"Wow, that's crazy."
Do you want me to tell you a story? We're not going to get any time for.
No, we will. We'll make time.
Oh,
Okay. So I had the surgery 21 years ago,
Yeah.
and it's been hurting ever since.
What surgery?
So the injury is osteitis pubis.
Uh huh.
It's like fractures in your pubic bone. So they make a little cut, it's maybe like 4 inches,
Mhm.
and they scrape.
Oh, like the.
They scrape your bone.
Oh wow.
So they scrape like the top layer of your bone off to like make it flat, and the
Okay.
bone essentially bleeds, and it forms a new,
Ugh.
stronger, harder paste thing over the top to make the
Whoa.
bone.
Oh, because the
stronger.
cracks were in there.
Yes.
I gotcha.
So it didn't work.
No shit.
So it kind of like there's a 70% chance that you just get fixed.
Mhm.
There's a 10% chance it doesn't work, and there's a 20% chance it gets better, but it's not fully better.
Okay.
So mine was 20%.
Yeah.
And then I went back like a few years later. I was like, it still fucking really hurts. They were like, we're going to infuse a metal plate, a new pubic bone, basically a metal pubic plate.
Okay.
And you're going to keep that on there for 5 years. I was like, I will stop you right there. Pass. I passed.
You can't use microwaves if you have that in, right?
I just thought, when he was saying it, I just thought of myself at the airport just going, bing.
Oh my
just like,
God,
what's
yeah.
up?
And you have to explain it to everyone.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's my plate. But you can't have it if you want to have a kid. It's just like, it was just like a mess. I'm like, you got to rip me apart and then you got to put it in to stabilize it. And then 5 years later, you got to rip me apart again. I was like, it's too much. Anyway, so I just have kind of left it and just tried to like do the best I can. I've never like been able to like exercise or run around or anything like that. And just in the past year, I never like touched it, my little scar. I never like looked at it or touched it or anything. I was just like, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until October I went to work with this guy in Glendale. It was fucking awesome. I was told it was a massage, but it's like myofascial something.
Oh yeah,
or other.
release. Yeah.
Okay, so he did something like this. Like he'd be like, okay, move your leg up like that. And the leg would only go this far.
Yeah.
Then he goes, touch your scar. I'm going to cry. And I would put my hand on my scar and my leg would just fucking go.
Whoa.
Yeah. So much shit. And it was like crazy. And then even just to be, I go, okay, because remember that scam that was happening? There was like a magnetic bracelet and there would be, anyway.
Yeah.
Studies show that if you do something twice, you do it better on the second time. So they go, oh, stand on one leg. See, I pushed you over.
Oh, right.
Now put the bracelet on. Stand on one leg. Now you can't get pushed over.
Okay.
All it was is that you're better at something the second time.
Yeah.
So I go, I'm onto you fucking scam artist. But take the hand off the scar. Couldn't do it again. It's all in your fucking head, right? And so I'm going, okay, maybe this doesn't hurt. Maybe it's in my brain.
Yeah.
And I'm also like crying as he's like talk. And I had to go back and like visit with a surgeon. And my boyfriend was with me the other time. I couldn't stop crying. He didn't even touch it. I was in the chair just crying the whole appointment.
It was released. Something was released.
So anyway, then I did breath work and then I went back. I've never done breath work before. And then I did breath work. I went back to the surgery. I was like laying on the table. I redid the surgery. My whole body was like shaking with all this energy. I put all the energy into the scar and like I redid the surgery in my mind and now it's like fine and I'm running on a treadmill and shit, which I've never done before.
Wow,
it's like fucking crazy and it doesn't hurt anymore. And I'm just like, what?
You just gave me goosebumps. That's
I know.
Craziness.
It's been 20 years and
Well, it probably all started. Sorry, Mom, but you know, with that hearing that, like, and being talking about that, and then you somehow it got here, and I don't know.
You want to go one further?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, the chiropractor touched me. It wasn't bad. It was like a 1 out of 10. He touched my pubic bone.
Okay.
When I was like 11. Just for a second. Just for a second. Just for a second.
Yeah.
And I did breath work the other day and I just remembered.
It popped into your head?
Yeah, I always kind of knew it happened, but I never thought it affected anything. And I go, well, hang on a second. This old man I had clothes on, placed his finger on my pubic bone, which he didn't need to do.
No.
And my dad was in the room and he was like, I was fine. You know, my dad's an old farmer. He's like, I was fine. I was like, I don't know if it was fine.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, 5 years later, I break it in the same spot. And then when I was 24, this security guard at this bar touched me in exactly the same spot again. And then the spot burned me for like 8 weeks.
Whoa.
Like, I'm talking like this touch. Like it's not violent, literally touched me like that. And I was like, what the fuck? Just burned into me. And so I'm like, all of these things are now making sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I even have an injury? Or was it this thing?
Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All your thoughts and experiences have led to that one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then kind of, so it makes, that's, wow. I mean,
we should have had you on the episode with the storing trauma in the body.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, well,
love
we'll do it again.
to store
we'll do
trauma
it again.
in the body.
It's
my favorite thing.
Welcome back to Trauma in the Body.
Welcome back to Where Did He
hilarious
Touch You?
episode. Yes.
Yeah, talk about improv. Yeah. That's, I mean, thoughts and everything that we have that you just think like, oh, they're just thoughts, but they come into action. And even if it's not you thinking about picking something up and whatever, those thoughts still fester.
Yeah.
And so like other parts of your body, like thinking about stuff tenses your jaw, which leads to maybe pelvic pain, back pain, like anything where I have tension. If I feel physical anxiety, I never thought that was really a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, wait. And now when I have anxiety, I have a burning in my lower abdomen on my right that almost feels like a hernia, but it's not. And I was like, why does it hurt? I have a hernia and I feel in my lower back. But when my anxiety goes away, I don't feel it. But it feels like a real physical injury.
But it is a real physical injury because it's still real.
Yes,
but
yes,
yeah,
yes,
it feels
yes.
like that's my old stab wound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one
It
more
is
story.
You're right.
First of all, don't forget to give me that guy's number.
Oh, he's the best. I love him. Sounds like I'm crying. No, I had COVID and I have like lingering throat jizz.
I know what that.
That's what the doctors call it.
So that's what the chiropractor called it.
Yeah.
So my friend's kid got ulcerative colitis, which you just shit your brains out all the time. Everything's like a nightmare. He went to do ayahuasca, and that is very concentrated. Like get to the bottom of anyway.
Yeah.
Cured in fucking. He had violent diarrhea every meal, all the time, every day for 3 years. Went to do ayahuasca.
Is he the only person that didn't have diarrhea and throw up?
No, I mean, yeah. Wait, say that again.
Is he the only person that did ayahuasca that didn't
imagine,
throw up?
yeah. He was like, "What's up, bitches?" And so then in the ayahuasca ceremony, he sees what you know what happened. He was. I'm gonna alter the story a little bit, just in case. Not that anybody gives a fuck. But
Right, yeah.
he was like with a girl, and there was like a guy, and he was like, "Fuck you, man! I'm gonna fight you," or whatever. Oh, it's too much like the story. It's the same story. Wait, let me think of a different story.
No one's gonna know what you're talking about, are they?
Yeah, the one guy will.
Yeah.
She's thinking. I'm just narrating.
If you're listening at home right now, Sarah's
I thought he was
altering
gonna cut
story
it out.
because she has a hit out on her from mob bosses. So I just want to okay.
I already said too much. Basically, he was with a girl,
Okay.
and she kind of touched his stomach.
Mhm.
This is actually a confluence, if that's the right word, of two different stories.
Okay.
So there's the girl, he's like 15 or whatever, and the girl he likes is on the bus, and she's with this like sexy guy, jock guy, and she's like touching his stomach, and he's got like washboard abs, and then she like points at his stomach, like pokes his like fat belly, and that's what it was.
That's where it came
That's
from.
where it came from.
Fuck,
Yes.
that's crazy.
Yes. And so when he went under, took the medicine, sees the thing, and now it's gone. But that's a real physical thing that happened to him. He had ulcerative colitis. He was shitting himself. It was a
Yes.
real medical disease.
chronic.
But it's from that thing.
So
that
we need
one
to go.
thing.
We need to do ayahuasca. We need to do the.
I'm doing it in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Are you really? Do you do it with
Wow.
friends ever?
No, I'm doing it in Costa Rica. It's like a full on.
that
It's like a
sounds
full
amazing.
Like
on
a retreat kind of thing you're doing? Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes,
Very cool.
I am. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, I want to hear about that for sure. That is really cool.
So
Wow.
nervous.
Yeah. Oh
I
my! I
don't know
know.
what to
I'm nervous even
expect.
just thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
I don't like throwing up or diarrhea. So.
Yeah. I never thought about doing it until I embarked on this whole like scar journey, and then started doing breath work and learned about all the stuff, and it's been working, and I've been like unraveling a lot of shit
Yeah.
and just going like, oh my God, that and that and that and that. And by the way, my teacher when I was 12 told me that nobody liked me. And I'm like, that didn't affect me at all. I'm like, that's why I do comedy. Cause I'm like, please like me, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
it's all, you're insane.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
You just summed it up. We're all
Yes.
insane. Yeah. But that's so. It's magical. I don't know. And I love that story so much.
The poop one?
All of them really, but yeah.
They're all insights into
Yeah.
like, and we all
Yeah.
have like similar like things, parts of our life that we don't think really affects us. And there are things that we've like blocked off. There's been like
Dude.
things that I'm like, oh yeah, that terrible thing did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I just put it out of my
Blocked it
head.
out.
But talking through it, you're like, okay.
There
you
was a
kind of
girl on a
get the
podcast the other
stem.
day, and she's like, her whole life was like falling apart. She didn't know what was going on. She couldn't hold a job. She couldn't do this. Da da da. She went and did ayahuasca. Found out she got molested when she was 3.
Oh shit.
Saw the whole thing. Then now she's
Whoa.
fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because there's things that are blocking you that you don't even fucking know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Your brain's trying to protect you.
Yeah.
But it's
And
like,
that's why
thanks, brain.
this is crazy, because I was like, when I was a kid, I was always like, oh, I don't want to do therapy because I don't want to find out I was molested.
Oh shit.
You know.
It's like you almost kind of knew.
But I wasn't.
But you
Oh, well, that
weren't.
doesn't count.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
it doesn't
Okay,
count. But
okay.
I'm talking like molested.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
like
She
just
used
a
to
little,
Yeah.
put her hands up in the air with
Yeah.
lots of fingers.
you know.
Yeah.
That's how you would have been like a fingering sort of.
No,
like,
I don't want to find. I don't want to find out. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to replay like a dark room when I was 3 and my fucking babysitter comes in or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
want to see that. But
No,
it will be beneficial to me if.
if it's unearthed.
But then I'm like, what if I
Yeah.
made it up? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's so. I'll tell you what happens, but I'm like. I don't think anything happened, but you never know. Like after I heard that story about the chick on the podcast, I was like, whoa.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Crazy.
I want to hear it. I would definitely.
But I
wanna
don't
hear it.
think it's that bad. I think it's just like normal.
Yeah, I think it's a cool way to also just honestly get to know yourself
Mhm.
because then I was scared of like even going to therapy of like
Yeah.
what if like I found out about something
Yes.
and there's been a couple things where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, but it wasn't as bad as I thought in my mind, but I also was like, oh, this could definitely stem from how I'm acting or how I feel towards, like my parents or like how I feel towards myself. Like there was something in my life maybe that somebody was like, ha, and I'm
Right.
like, no,
But it
look at
makes
me."
it better and it makes you better
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It does.
to find out what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that you don't want to find out is
Yeah.
actually very validating because you go, oh, that's why.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
You know?
Do you have a scar down here too? Like from
Do you want
here
to
here?
see?
I can show. I have one too, but it just makes my fat stick over the scar.
Cute.
I had yeah, it's really cute. But you have like a fucking washboard ab stomach.
It's like down here, and sometimes people think it's like not an abortion, a C-section scar. I'm like,
That's what mine looks like. It's
Oh.
because it's from ectopic.
it's from an abortion.
Well,
oh, it is.
basically, it was ectopic
Oh,
pregnancy.
they had to go in your stomach.
Yeah, because it was in the 80s, and I almost died. Yeah, I almost bled to death.
And now you'd have to bleed to death
Well, oh my God! Yeah, if I was in
because
Texas,
that has.
yeah, and that was before the abortion pills or any of that stuff that you
Wow.
could take. So yeah, they had to go in, and yeah, we don't want to talk about that. But now, yeah, I definitely want the scar to be loosened up at some point because I know there's some shit in there.
Well, I got microneedling on the scar. This is all happening all at once.
Oh my
So
God.
the first time I went in to get it, because she was like, "Yeah, we should like do something about the scar." It's not even bad, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like freaking out, even crying as she's saying it. And I just went, fuck it. Again, it's not going to get any better. I have this thing forever. I can't keep ignoring it. So I go in for the first session. I'm bawling my fucking eyes out. I'm crying. I'm like freaking out. And then I go away. I do this breath work. I do all this work, blah, blah, blah. I come back for the second session. I'm like, what's up, bitch? Get deeper. I'm just like, no
Oh, that's
tears,
cool.
nothing. I'm
Wow.
like, yeah,
Oh my God!
That's
traumatizing.
dope.
Yeah.
And
But-
that was the second time.
That was the second time.
So that's so funny. Like you said that you do things better the second time.
Oh yeah.
And that's like what happened.
No, but trust me. Okay, so I've also had,
Yeah.
you know what PRP is?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So they take blood out of your arm, they put it in a centrifuge, it spins really fast, it
Mhm.
separates the red blood cells and the white blood cells.
Okay.
Then they take the concentrated white blood cell, they're the healing ones,
Mhm.
concentrated white blood cells back into a syringe, and then they jab it into your fucking pubic bone.
Ow!
I've
Whoa.
had that done a bunch because I couldn't walk for
Oh
a
my
while.
God.
Now let me tell you, that hurt every time.
Okay.
It's not like it's not like I went in the first time, I went, ah, and then the second time I was like, "What's up?" No,
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
time I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
sucks
every
God,
time.
That sounds
Yeah.
horrendous.
it sucks every time.
Ooh,
Girl,
boy.
you've had a lot of stuff done to you with
But
sharp
that's-
things.
Yeah.
A lot of face stuff too.
Yeah, that's true.
Segue.
Oh yeah. All right. So
Boom.
we're gonna do that right now. So we're gonna just set up really fast. I'm gonna work on Sarah's jaw for a few.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll get to it right now.
Great.
So yeah, cool. Let's set up. All right. So we're just putting a little oil on. Sarah's got a show, so I'm gonna try not to grease her up too much. You got 2 shows actually. You going flaps?
No, I'm doing the nightcap, and then
I just got
added to some other one.
Yeah, in the same city.
Great. Yeah, they were like, "We just had to pull out." I'm like,
Oh, that's perfect.
That's the best.
All right, so I'm gonna go inside her mouth, and I'm just gonna do it a little bit. She's done this before. See, open up, yeah, perfect, and close. Sorry, my fingers are cold or my gloved hands. So I'm just gonna open this up first a little bit. We store a lot of tension in the face, in the cheeks. I'm actually pulling the skin away from.
Are
her
those the same
thumbs.
gloves you used to clean the litter box earlier?
Yes.
I they look familiar.
Yeah, no, it's the toilet, but yes.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, the toilet box.
Yeah, toilet box, yes. All right, so we're just gonna give you a little bit of inner. I can't just do your bottom jaw, but
Nikki, watch your.
do what?
Okay, cool. You're good. I was your mic on the arm, but you're good.
Oh, okay, got
You're
it.
good.
Okay, and I'm not going to do the top of your face, but let me just do your lips a little bit. Okay. You're one of the first people I've worked on since I got my cast off.
What happened?
I fell off a bike trying to pretend like I was young enough to get up the hill.
In Scotland.
In Scotland,
What?
yeah.
At least you did it in Scotland.
I know.
That's worse.
I know. I went to 2 Scottish hospitals. Open.
Oh my
Don't
God.
bite me. Okay, close. Yeah, I had to go to the So all right, so now I'm grabbing her jaw. I had to go to the general hospital, and then I went to the Royal Infirmary where they reset my bone.
Sounds like that's where you get infirm.
You get infirm.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm literally holding on to her jaw right now, and I can feel all of the tension. Do you feel it? Yeah. Her pussy just closed up really tight. I was wondering what happened. But yeah, Sarah has come to me we're like, you've actually built out your jaw a little bit with I guess it's with the clenching. Is that what I know? It's also gum. Okay, yeah, for sure. Gum will do it. Stacia Patwell, I think, has the same kind of situation, but it looks good. And same with you. Like, your face looks good.
There was this thing on Instagram I saw where it's like an ad where this guy put this thing in his mouth and he kept chewing. Yeah, and he kept chewing and to increase your jaw muscle. I guess.
I saw that. Yeah.
But it's so weird. Like I understand that, but wouldn't that just make more tension and more like build up because you're clenching?
Yeah.
If you're a man, you want to have a strong
Yeah.
jaw.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess it all costs.
It's if you work your jaw and you need to build the muscle up. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's
exactly.
like a guy. It's so weird that guys would be like, "I'm so. What else is missing? Oh, my jaw.
My jaw.
I have to have a big jaw muscle, so I look like I chew my food well."
All right, we're gonna get a little bit of trauma out of you. I can feel it in here, so I'm gonna have her breathe in to your belly and hold it at the top. Hold it, and then picture where my thumbs are, and then just let it go. Let whatever's in there out, and just blow it out. Thank you, Sarah's jaw, for holding on to that for us. We don't need it anymore. Goodbye.
Can you tell exactly what you're feeling? Oh, there we go.
I'm getting goosebumps on my arms and on my face because I can feel it.
If you're just listening to the podcast and not watching, Nikki has the bumps that would be on a goose on her arms.
I'm literally still kind of reeling. I feel like I have champagne in my body.
I see him.
Yeah.
You have champagne in your body?
That's what it feels like, little champagne bubbles when
okay.
somebody's got stuff in there. Let's do it. We're going to do 2 more breaths. So hold it. Inside, thank your jaw. Thank you, jaw. You don't have to say it. I'm going to say it for you. And then thank you. It's time to let it go. All right, go ahead and let it out. Thank you, Sarah's jaw. You can let go of that now. It was so nice of you to hold it, but you can let it go.
Those are quality air expels.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely opening up a little bit. I don't have the normal.
Do you feel like a little bump in there? That's like a little concentration of
At first, she had like little bubbles, and I kind of like go through those, and then there's like little goldfish in there, which are like the ones that like. But I can get those to break up a little bit, and then in between the upper and lower jaw is where I'm working right now too, and that's where the muscle right here, the masseter, which is the strongest muscle in the body. It's gonna get really tight. So let's do one more. Hold it. Breathe in a little more. And then let it go. You can make noise however you want to. Yeah. Woo! I felt that in my legs.
Yeah.
Wow, girl, that was good. And I know you're in touch with yourself, so I know that you're like able to click into this very quickly with with releasing the trauma. All right, so that's it. So we're gonna send her off on her merry way. You want to turn around and say goodbye to the audience here? How you feel?
I'm still really
I put MDMA on the end of my fingertips.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, so I'm not sure which camera I'm going to look into. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah? This one here. Okay. All right, cool. Super fresh. So you guys, thanks for tuning in to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. Follow Sarah Lawrence. What is your name?
The Sarah Lawrence.
So easy. That's Sarah Lawrence. And you guys, like and subscribe. I need some more subscribers.
And prescribers.
And perspirers.
Perspirers, all of them. All the
We need
Iers.
all of you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. Yay. Bye.